we talk about the Flag Brothers haircuts?
Yeah, it's giving supercuts.
It's a little concerning. And I say
No
that
shots,
as
no shots at you on the supercuts. Call out too.
no, I
Enjoy.
was going to say I say that as a sports clips guy, and I'm concerned about
We
the Flag
we
Brothers
really
haircuts.
we really gotta change. That's not okay. By the way,
It's definitely my biggest weakness right now.
it's 100% is, and you're a father now too. You're gonna send MJ to school, and she's gonna be like, "Hey, my daddy dropped me off at school today, but he took me to Sports Clip first." And be like, "Oh shit, your dad goes to Sports Clips."
No,
She's gonna get cooked.
first of all, your biggest mistake is thinking I would take her to school without wearing a hat myself. Two, sports clips is convenient. When you're a dad, everything's about convenience. That's walking distance from my house. That's the only place I can get a haircut walking distance from my house.
But isn't there some things that shouldn't be about convenience?
Okay, I like that flip. I mean,
I'm not a father, but the loving connection I have to my barber, my kid's gonna have to show me that. I'm gonna have to feel that once I meet them. Right now, my
is there
barber's
a
got
middle
me through
ground
life.
here? Is there a middle ground here? Because like when you tell me you're getting a haircut, like I've tried to record with you on days you're getting a haircut, it's like a 6-hour ordeal. It's like I'm getting a haircut at this time. I need 2 hours of mental prep before that. I need 4 hours with him. And then I need 30 minutes of like reflection after, which is obnoxious, by the way. Is there a middle ground between where I'm at and where you're at when it comes to haircuts?
Yes.
Is that the healthy middle ground? Like we should both compromise and find the healthy middle?
I can't personally know. You can find the middle though.
So are we saying like the results of your 6.5-hour haircuts?
It's not always 6.5. It's very what's the word? Fluid.
Are your results, do you get 6 times better results than I do in 20 minutes at Sports Clips?
Yes.
6 times?
Not 6 times, but it's astronomically better.
Just visually?
Mentally.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with that. Does the fact that I don't get the like the warm towel neck massage change anything for you?
No, that has nothing to do. Is it the same person that cuts your hair every time?
No.
Oh, golly.
No. Why? Why would I do that?
Why would you not want the same person cutting your hair?
Because that's so unnecessary. What's your favorite restaurant? You got a favorite? Do you have a favorite restaurant, favorite fast food place, anything like that?
No, not really.
You don't have anywhere that you would get food from that is your favorite place to get food from?
No, I like all food.
Do you go to the grocery store? Do you have a coffee shop? Do you have anywhere you go in public that requires people to work at?
Chipotle, I guess.
Chipotle. Does the same person take your Chipotle order every time?
No, but I go to a certain Chipotle.
And I go to a certain Sports Clips. It's the same thing.
There's a way. So we're comparing Chipotle bowls to haircuts. Okay,
you need the same person to make you the same bowl every time, or you just trust you're going to get the same good haircut?
If I could do that, yes. If there was an option, if there was an upcharge to get the same person, and I figure out that they're the Cooper flag of making Chipotle bowls, I would pay every single time to have that person make my bowl.
I think you're giving your barber too much credit. That's what I think is happening here. Your barber's Cooper flag now.
No,
that's what you're telling me.
No, he's special though. He's special to me.
Okay. Listen, you're loyal. I love that. That's good for me that Carter Elliott is loyal. That's very good. Otherwise, you would run to a guy who has a barber.
Is Sports Clip getting the Waddell family Christmas card this year?
No. God, no.
Okay, because I get my barber a Christmas gift.
Does he give you anything? Of course not.
No, he cuts my hair.
It's so obnoxious. All right. I'm glad you're loyal, because if you weren't loyal, you would run to a different white podcaster with a non-Sports Clips haircut. So shout out to you. Appreciate it. Let's move on.
Canva Clip. Is Greg the Cooper flag of podcasting?
Let's move on. Jose Perez is rumored to potentially Michigan. I'm trying to be careful with how I even say that because like 2 days ago, everybody said it was a done deal. And now Trilly's tweeting other schools. I think Davis Mosley has called it a done deal and then called it like 99%. And then I don't know if that percent has gone down in his multiple Twitter spaces since. I don't know what to make of any of this. I do know that I'm not a huge fan of Jose Perez. I think he has really struggled at many different places in his college career. He's also had gaudy numbers at a couple of those stops. But I'm pretty nervous if Michigan's offense is planning on Jose Perez being a big part of it. What do you think of the potential Jose Perez to Michigan fit?
I really don't like the fit only because at least in the small amount of like Jose Perez film I watched, now granted these are highlights. I've never tapped into Manhattan games, even in my betting days, to see like what he was doing. But like to me, for everything I've seen strikes me as he would be good as like the ninth guy. Like the ninth, if he's a productive ninth guy, then your team's probably really good. Jose Perez is probably a starter for Michigan and a top 5 player, correct?
Depending on who you ask, yes.
Okay. All right. So I don't know. It just doesn't do much for me. And I'm on the same boat as you. I feel like if this was such a done deal, the fact that it's going on this long and the fact that other schools are getting involved and you know how fluid and how things can change in NIL and recruiting, especially with Michigan. So the longer this goes on, the worse chances get.
Yeah, especially with Bob Huggins' reinstatement pending.
But also it's Jose Perez. Like what I mean,
that's a little disrespectful, I think. I'm
okay.
not a Jose Perez guy by any means, but like 18-5-3 is 18-5-3. That's something. Like he's not a total nobody. I just think I feel like he's a Caleb Love stunt double almost, and they are different frames.
I think he's Paella Pierre Brooks.
I don't think Pierre Brooks could go anywhere and put up 19-4-3. I really don't. And we'll see. Like,
watch out for Butler this year.
Yeah, we'll see. Look, he is definitely like a loud stats bad team guy. No, I didn't say good stats bad team because he's just super inefficient. Like he now has 3 consecutive years of shooting less than 30% from 3. He did shoot really well at the free throw line last year. Take that for what it's worth. He got a ton of free throw attempts up as well. The only thing that makes me not completely write this off and say like no way with Jose Perez is he is legitimately a really good passer. Like that is true. And I think at every stop he's had any success at all at in college, he has been pretty much the only guy. Like the offense has been like, hey, Jose, just do everything, figure it out, score and pass and everything. And it's led to like, oh, he stinks. I think if Jose Perez was somewhere, whether at Michigan or somewhere else, where he is like the 4th or 5th best guy on the floor, I think his game could look a lot different because he does see the floor really well.
Yeah, I thought your Timmy Allen like squint and see that comp was pretty solid.
Timmy Allen, but with passing, maybe like I
thought Timmy was actually a pretty underrated passer as a blue guy.
Yeah, because Timmy like so much of Timmy's stuff was like middies too, and that's Jose Perez. Like he is a tough shot taker, sometimes tough shot maker. I do think like if you're Michigan, I guess the interest makes sense here because if you don't add Jose Perez and you don't add anybody, you're looking at either Jalen Llewellyn or Yusuf Kayet starting. That's got to be scary, right? Like I think you would like Perez in a role where you can start Doug and Namari and Perez and Kamwa and Reed and feel good about that 5. And there's less pressure on, like, you only need one of Llewellyn or Kayet or Jackson to end up being a guy.
Right.
I don't think Perez will be great at Michigan. Like, I think I'd set the over under at like 8-9 points a game if he's a starter at Michigan. Probably inefficient, probably not making threes, but maybe he's a really good secondary playmaker. Like Doug's not a great facilitator. Namari Burnett's not going to be running pick and roll at Michigan.
He's probably better than T. Will.
He is definitely better than T. Will. We for sure know that. This would be now the third guy in one offseason that Michigan has recruited to come take minutes from Terrence Williams. So that's exciting for me. I guess final comp here. I see a little bit of like Diet Mulcahy. Is that crazy? Like Mulcahy's the other big name in the portal. He just committed to Washington. Michigan wanted him. A lot of people wanted him. But like, here's my bullet points on why he's Diet Mulcahy. Good passer, quote unquote, big guard, like 6'5" guard. Some people are like, he's a point guard, when in reality, he's a wing. Other than that, like the shot's not there, but he will shoot it. Like, it's kind of Mulcahy-ish.
I could kind of older guy, so I guess I could kind of somewhat see that.
Mulcahy's a way better defender is the thing. Like Mulcahy with no defense might be Jose Perez.
Right.
Okay. It doesn't
also we've seen. Well, if it's in that situation, I feel the same way that I did about Mulcahy. Like I want Mulcahy to go to a team with a chance to win and him be like a elite glue guy. So
Jose Perez will be 25 the next time he steps foot on a college basketball court.
Why wouldn't Jose Perez go to Gonzaga?
I don't think Gonzaga actually wants him, is my theory. I think Gonzaga is the school that is named in every transfer recruitment because like they have somebody on staff whose job it is to call any name that hits the portal. I don't think Gonzaga actually would take Perez.
Okay. Makes sense. I will say this on the bright side. My last thing I'm going to say, adding Jose Perez, you would be in a better spot than you are now as a team for Michigan. Now, I'm not saying how much better that is, but it's a better team.
Yeah, that's big from you, from projecting Michigan to finish 13th in the Big Ten up to 12th. I appreciate that.
I didn't do that. I did get a chuckle out of, I love my boy Davey Scoops, but I think he put out a projected lineup that had Trey Jackson at the 3. So Trey, Olivier, and Terrace on the floor at the same time.
Well, you realize Davis and Ant are currently trying to push that Trey Jackson is an NBA player. 24-year-old Trey Jackson, who has never played more than 17 minutes for a college team. Those two are pushing him as an NBA player.
I miss that narrative.
Yeah.
That's ugly. That's ugly. That's not okay.
And listen, we've had both those guys on the show. Respect both of them, but come on, fellas, like draw a line. Draw a line somewhere. Have some respect for your listeners at some point. Yeah, I'm with you. Doesn't dramatically move the needle, but it would make them a better team at this point. You take that and run with it if you're Michigan. So
yeah, beggars can't be choosers.